Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to another live. All right, welcome one, welcome all. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, listener, subscriber, welcome back, welcome back. It's day 3 and it's the morning session there in Paris. Bonjour, comment ça va? Hello, how are you? Bienvenue, welcome. All right, Voices in Education is a safe space where we share and learn from each other. We do that in a respectful way to ensure that we're maintaining our safe space, our safe community, where everyone feels a sense of belonging, where you feel valued. All right, so again, as you enter, please remember to hit the like button and the share button, and of course, the subscription button as we continue to grow here, stronger together. All right. Again, welcome one, welcome all. Let us get things going. So I'm just going to switch to the Olympic page here and just for us to get things going here. All right. So again, welcome, welcome. And we have lots happening today for sure. And I suspect that you do not want to miss any of these events. All right. So again, we're here and very much happy to be here, happy to have you here. All right. So again, please remember to hit the like button. All right. The subscription button and share, share, share. Tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. All right, so as you can see, all right, right now we have still on the track, all right, the women's 3,000 meters steeplechase, all right, heat number 3. All right, that is still on the track. All right, so if we could just, I guess, take a quick look at that because that is definitely going. All right, so the steeplechase, and I know they are currently at heat number 3. All right, again, welcome, guys. And in a little bit, we're going to take a look at the 200 meters, the lineup. So we have seen Heat Perut of Uganda, all right, qualified there. Fate of Kenya, Felicitas of Germany, all right, Courtney of the USA, and Lomi of Ethiopia. All right, so that's the qualifiers from heat number 1, the BQs. From heat 2, we have Winfred of, I believe, Bahrain here, Sembo of Ethiopia, Valerie of USA, Elizabeth of Great Britain, and Nora. All right, so that's heat number 2. And then we have the next heat that is currently going on. Beatrice is leading this one. All right, and looks like Beatrice perhaps taking this one from what I am seeing here. All right, so we'll definitely wait for that. And here we go. Beatrice, all right, of Kenya, taking that one, followed by Alice of France. All right, then we have Leah, all right, of Germany, Alisa of Poland, and Irene of Spain. All right, so the top qualifiers there in this heat. All right, again, welcome one, welcome all. Let me know where you're tuned in from. All right, that would be fantastic. Just let me know where you're tuned in from. Remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. All right, as we continue to grow here stronger together. All right, so now let me just move to the 200 meters. And that's going to come up in a little bit here. And so in the context of the 200 meters, the first three in each heat, all right, will get the big Q and advance to the semifinal. And they will have a round two, all right? So all others will advance to round two, where they'll get another chance to get into the semifinals, all right? So that's how they're doing it, similar to the relays, similar to what we saw with the 800 meters, all right? Except those that did not show, did not finish, or DQs, all right? So we know Julian Alfred, the Olympic gold medalist of St. Lucia, will be coming out. But let's take a look at heat number one, and she's in the very first heat. Top three moving to the semifinals, and she would want to ensure that she's definitely in the top three just to prevent the extra running. All right, and so here we should see Leonie, all right, Olga, Julian Alfred, all right, Jemima, Julia, Dorcas, Marie Jose Talu Smith. I'm not sure if we're going to see Talu because it looked as if she pulled up, all right, in that, looks as if she pulled up yesterday in that 100 meters final, but it could be, the reason why she tried to get across the line. Tori Lewis of Australia, talented. So in the event that we still have a talent win this one, I'm not too sure, but for sure, I'll say right now, Alfred, Tori Lewis of Australia, and I am not too sure who is going to be the next person. So if Talu is in the race, then I suspect that perhaps she's going to try and get out. All right. In heat number two, Cecilia Kambunji. So she comes back from the 100 meters. All right. Anahi, all right, of Ecuador. So Gabriela there. Gabriel Thomas, so Gabby Thomas of the USA is going to be in this one. Nisha Berger of Jamaica, all right, Dahlia and Jacqueline, all right, of Canada. So for sure, Gabby's going to come out of this one. Would love to see Nisha Berger coming out, two in this very first round to avoid the extra running, trying to get into the semis. And next in heat number three, we have Nora, all right, Eileen, Shericka Jackson of Jamaica, Daryl Nita comes back from the 100, Martina, Nicole, Anna, and Tassa. So again, we perhaps going to see Shericka Jackson here getting out, Daryl Nita. All right, we'll see what happens here. And in heat number four, Jill, Audrey, coming back here from the 100. Amara or Imara, Mia, Christina, Jessica, Lorraine, Mackenzie Long. So expecting to see Long out of this one for sure. In heat number 5, Lane Tava Thomas of Jamaica, Bianca Boglarka comes back, Olivia, all right, Shanti, Brittany Brown of the USA, Poliniki, and MK, all right, of Belgium here. So I guess we'll see Brittany, I guess, coming out. Lane Tava, we want her to be out for sure in this one. And we're just here. Let me just ensure that I am connected here. In heat number 6, Favor Ophelia of Nigeria, Mabundu, all right, of Cote d'Ivoire, Ida, Adeja, Carolina, Gina comes back here, Dina Asha, and Dina Asha will try to make up for missing that 100-meter finals. So I suspect Dina Asha is going to be good in the first round. I guess Favor Ophelia as well. All right. And again, we will see what happens here in this one. So it's the 200 meters. And I am seeing Gabby there warming up. So Gabby, fastest time in the world this year coming in. Let's get closer to the top here. Each one, we'll see in a little bit if we have all the athletes, including Talu, in heat number 1. Guys, welcome, welcome. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button, all right? As we continue to grow stronger together. Welcome one, welcome all right? So we're going to see the start of the 200 meters in a little bit. All right. So it's the women's 200 meters, 6 heats, and we're just waiting for heat number 1, and Marie Jose Talu is not going to be in this one. So lane 9, just seen Tori Lewis there, at least being introduced. All right, Jemima Joseph there of France getting big cheers from the crowd. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Errol. Welcome. Right on time. Julian Alfred, the Olympic 100 meters champion, on screen now. Can she do the double for St. Lucia? Why not? Confidence is up right now. She won the first ever Olympic medal, and that was a gold medal for St. Lucia. All right. And she sent a message to Jamaica. I shared that video late last evening. So you just need to take a look at that little short video when you get the time. All right, Alfred there. And they're now being called to their marks. Remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. Alfred for sure is going to run to get out of this one. So the top three here will go, and then the others who are in the event will go to the repechage, that second round. All right, they're off. And Julian Alfred is wasting no time. It's Julian Alfred out and away. Julian Alfred. This is a big run for Alfred. And it's 22:41 I am seeing here. And perhaps correcting that to 22:39. Let us see if we can get some times here. Well, 22:41. That's the time they have here for Alfred. Jemima of France, 22:72. And Julia, all right, of Sweden with a national record, 22:79. So the top three here advances to the semifinal. The other ladies here, they'll get a second opportunity to get into the semifinal, all right? So you want to get in the first time to just rest the legs to avoid the number of, rounds that you are going to run in the 200. So that was Alfred there handling things like a boss there. All right, so in heat number 2, we should see Cecilia, all right, of Mexico. Hola todos, bienvenidos. All right, is there anyone here from Mexico? All right, Kambunji of Switzerland. Gabriela of Ecuador. Hola, hola, hola. Gabby Thomas of the USA. All right, so Gabby comes in. Nisha Berger of Jamaica. All right, Delia of Italy and Jacqueline Madogo of Canada. All right, so we want to see, of course, Nisha Berger advancing to the semi. All right, this time for sure, Gabby Thomas is going to take this one, and I suspect that perhaps Kambunji, I don't know how her legs are, she was in the 100 too. All right, so we'll see what happens in this one, but it's going to be a Gabby Thomas for sure. I suspect taking this one, all things being well. All right, so that's the expectation. If you're just tuning in, you would have missed Julian Alfred, but here we go in the context of the results. So Julian Alfred just bossing up things. She's the boss lady right now. All right, getting that qualifying time. We're seeing Shericka Jackson there. And just a little glimpse of Shericka Jackson. I believe she's in heat number 3. So we'll see her in a little bit. All right, so Julian Alfred, 22:41. Jemima, 22:72. Julia, 22:79. Tori Lewis, all right. Misses out on this one. All right, but it is a PB for her, 22:89. Julia of Sweden, national record there, 22:79. Then we have Dorcas, 23:10, season best. Leonie, 23:42. And Olga, 23:58. And Talu did not start, and I guess expected given what we saw in that 100 meters. She seemed to pull up in that one. And I believe our time was just over 13 seconds there. Again, welcome one, welcome all. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. All right, let us continue to grow stronger together. All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Things are getting hot in here. And I am trying to ensure that my voice remains. All right. The voice is not doing the best this morning. All right, but I'm going to try and work on that for the afternoon session. All right, so I'm going to see how best I can avoid what is coming on right here. But again, guys, welcome one, welcome all. Yeah, so we're waiting on the next heat. Looks like they're pretty much ready for us. Almost, so it's heat number 2, 6 heats, so second of 6. All right, looking at the Canadian there in lane 8, Madogo, Jacqueline Madogo. All right, Dalia Cadre of Italy next there in lane 7. All right, going over to the Jamaican. Nisha Berger. Gabby Thomas. All right, in lane 5. And Gabby is just swaying from left to right. Now she gets the cheers and we see a little smile. Gabriel Suarez next there. All right, Kambunji, Switzerland, there in lane number 3. And she comes back from the 100 meters for sure. And in Cecilia there of Mexico in lane 2. All right, so Camera there and Gabby as they're called to their marks. All right, Kambunji, I guess Gabby Thomas, and hopefully Nisha Berger gets out in this one. And it's so quick, the 100 meters and the 200 round. It's crazy. All right, they're off. And let us see. Gabby Thomas is leading as expected. Running hard. There is Gabby Thomas. Nisha Berger is coming in for second. And Nisha Berger gets that for Jamaica. But it's Gabby. It looks like 22:20. They flash time there. Let us see if they're ready for us. And yes, Gabby Thomas of the USA, 22:20. Nisha Berger, 22:54. And Kambunji, 22:75. The top 3 there will move forward. So we see Alfred getting 22:41. Gabby, 22:20. So a little bit faster here. All right, Jacqueline Madogo with a PB for Canada here, 22.78. All right, Gabriela Suarez of Ecuador, 23. All right, 33. Kadari, all right, of Italy, 23.49. And Cecilia of Mexico, 23.65. These ladies get another opportunity to come back here. All right, again, welcome, 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 guys. And let us see here in heat number 3. Here we'll have Nora, Eileen, Shericka, Darelnita, Martina, Nicole, Anna, and Tassa. All right, so we'll see these ladies and Shericka Jackson, I guess Darelnita, and we'll see who else, makes it out. All right, but just to show you the results here of the second heat, Gabby Thomas just dealing with that one. All right, I'm seeing Errol here saying in the chat, Julian Alfred is the boss. She is a party crasher who is in tip-top shape. She reminds me of, I guess, a fully fit Shericka Jackson. All right, so we'll see here. So the jumps also happening. All right, long jump there. So just seeing the Italian athlete here about to take his first attempt, I believe. And we're waiting to get back on the track there. So we're just at trackside and to see Shericka Jackson. And a lot of us, we want to see the shape that Shericka Jackson is in for sure. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. All right, so Fulani there, 801 meters. All right, first attempt there. All right. I guess the athlete from China here now goes. And again, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button, share button, and subscription button. All right, tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. Arlene, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. All right, I know I have some persons, rain or shine, you guys are going to show up. All right, so just looking at the jump there from the athlete of China and 768. All right, that's the jump. So we'll see what happens. All right, the next group of amateurs, they're also coming out there of the call room. And I suspect that Shericka Jackson is on the track right now. Just seeing Mackenzie Long of the USA there in the call room. All right, over to the track now. All right. Oh my word, Shericka Jackson is not starting. Is that correct? So Shericka Jackson is not competing. What is happening in Paris regarding the Jamaicans? This is not looking good. I mean, you have to prioritize your health first. I saw her outside just a few minutes ago. So I am not too sure what's the situation. And it's just unfortunate. I have my comments and I'll just reserve them. All right, Nashan English, welcome. And no Shericka. And that's the situation. And my word, am I not disappointed? No, man. Is there like a silent protest going on in Paris that we are not aware of? I mean, if you're injured, then you're injured. But my thing is, if you can give someone else the opportunity, why not? And I guess she did that in the 100. But no, not to see her in the 200. This is a Gabby Thomas for sure. I don't know. This Olympic Games, I just not getting that kind of feeling. And it's not because Jamaicans are not necessarily doing well, but there's just something different about this Olympic Games. I don't know. Shericka Jackson came out a few minutes ago. The camera picked her up and she was in her Jamaican colors, not like in running gears, but she was out on the track, like in the inside area. I don't know if that was a warm-up track, but she was out there. Anyway, it is what it is. They're on their marks right now. And I don't know what's going on. And they're off. All right, no Shericka Jackson. So I guess it's going to be up to, so Daryl Nita here. All right, Tasa. All right, so it's all about Daryl Nita taking this one. And Tasa, Gia, they're of Netherlands. And let us see if the French, all right, Eileen got in there. So 22:39 for Daryl Nita, Tasa 22:74, and then Eileen 22:99. I don't know. It's a case is either I can win or, we're not coming in. I don't know what's the situation, but, very, very unfortunate. So we're going to see if we can get some more information as to what is happening in the context of Shericka Jackson to just get a better understanding of the situation. So we'll definitely hear what's happening. And, I don't like the situation because when we listen to Stephen Francis, he pretty much shared that Shericka Jackson as well. So right now, guys, it's Jamaica. We have a relay team? I don't think so. And last evening I was saying, everybody from the J3s and I guess the JOA, the Jamaica Olympic Association, they just need to go. We need a new team on both sides. I guess like something is not adding up. When you think about athletes, you don't have enough reserve, athletes there to fill in, right? It's worrisome in the least. And again, I am not too sure what is happening, but that's it. I guess one of I don't know what to say. So Shericka Jackson has withdrawn from the 200 meters. All right. And we're still trying to figure out because earlier, she withdrew from the 100 meters, but said she was only focusing on the 200 meters. So as soon as we get some more details, we're definitely going to share that with you. And it's just unfortunate, guys. And that is why too, when some of you, you're beating Elaine so hard, it happens, man. It happens. and it's just unfortunate. And I don't know what is the situation, but this there's just something about this Olympic Games. And even last evening, when Julian Alfred, was doing that post-race press conference, she was there alone. The Americans, Sha'Carri Richardson and Melissa Jefferson, they did not join her. What I am also hearing is that those two, they were taken to a different place besides where the press conference was being held. I don't know how true that is, but that is what we are hearing, right? And so it's just a different vibe, a different feeling. But can I tell you, Julian Alfred did well in that press conference in terms of maintaining her composure. It was just like poised. She was poised, and she represented herself very well. But I'm just saying, like, even with a press conference, I don't know. Sha'Carri has experience. Like, if you went to the wrong place, you asked to get to the right place, they just did not show up. And I'm not too sure what is happening. And perhaps she's frustrated because she appears to be one of those persons who, along with Shelley and Fraser Price, who was denied or delayed, access to the warm-up track. And so, all those things, like, I'm not too sure what's the situation, and I don't mean to vent or rant here, but something is just not feeling good or about Paris. Like, what is happening? And as for the Jamaicans, I am not too sure because now Shericka Jackson is out. So is it a case where she's not able to compete for at least a bronze medal, or it's a case where she's injured beyond, obviously she's not able to come, she's not competing, but I am trying to balance that with what her coach came out, and shared, Stephen Francis. But then I'm also hearing that Shericka Jackson is conditioned by the brother Paul Francis. So I really don't know what is happening. And so, it's just unfortunate. It's just not sitting well with me, guys. And the J3s, I don't know what they're going to come and tell us, but I am just sick of them too on that part, and I don't know what is happening with the athletes. And Errol is saying here, Paris seems to be injury Olympic for Jamaica this time around. Not a good place. All right, so let's take a look at the next heat here. And JL, Audrey, Amara, Mia, Christina, Jessica, Lorraine, Mackenzie, Long will be in this one. All right, so I guess this is going to be between Julian, Alfred, Gabby, and Mackenzie Long eventually. All right, we'll see what happens for sure. All right, so Jessica there. We see Marie Jose Talu pulling up, pulling out. So I don't know what's going on there in Paris. And Errol is saying, in the face of these injuries, some athletes are deprived of a chance to be at these games. And that is another part. So, like, if it is that I am saying that Shericka pulled out of the 100, Sasha Lee got the opportunity. And if it's a case where, this is just like last minute, not sure what is happening. If you feel as if that overall you're not able to compete, then will it be okay? I am thinking just make the decision early enough so that somebody else can replace you. I don't know. All right, Misha saying I watched it and she was very professional. Yes, Julian Alfred for sure. All right, definitely, definitely professional, poised, and she deal with the press like a boss. All right, those journalists, I don't know, some of them they come and they ask some questions. I'm like, my word, but she deal with it. She angle the business, angle and triangle that. All right, as as those YouTubers would say, or content creators. All right, so they're on their marks right now. Set, and they're off. All right, Mackenzie Long seems as if she started and stopped, but she's going away right now. All right, Mackenzie Long needs to pick up pace. And here she goes. All right, looks like 22:55 for Mackenzie Long. All right, so it's 22:55, so she moves forward. Jessica of Cote d'Ivoire, 22:61, and the Canadian here, Audrey, 22:88. All right, so the top three there moves on to the semis, and then the other ladies, they get a second opportunity of getting into the semifinal. All right, and so they'll come back for that, but you want to get it in, get it done the first time so that you can rest the legs, you know. All right. So again, guys, welcome if you're just tuning in. Shericka Jackson, she pulled out of the 100 to focus on the 200. No, she's no longer in the 200. All right, Lane Tava Thomas comes up for Jamaica in the next heat here, heat number 5. Bianca Williams. All right, then we have Boglarka, Olivia, Shanti, Brittany Brown, they're of the USA. All right, Poliniki and MK. All right, so that's the next heat there that we are expecting to see. All right, so just watching here to see if I am getting some updates here on Shericka Jackson. This is a big hit, a very big hit here, and I guess some of us would say, you know, we were blindsided in this one. Definitely not expecting this one. So what we're hearing, or what I'm seeing here from Nationwide, is that Shericka Jackson has withdrawn from the event in Paris. Jackson has been nursing an injury she picked up in her final event before the Olympics. The issue forced Jackson to withdraw from the women's 100 meters in Paris. So why is she out of the 200? Like if it's the same injury, she could have withdrawn earlier to give somebody an opportunity. I am not too sure what is happening, right? But again, you know, some things are just not sitting well with me. All right. And so it's just clear to me then that the big three of Jamaica, Elaine, Shelley, and Shericka, they were just not ready. So Elaine called it early to say, you know what, I'm just going to call it here. I'm not going to show up because based on where I'm at, I'm just not in the position to go back and defend my titles. Well, we see the ladies here, and then unfortunately, we saw Shericka, I think it was in Hungary, perhaps there, somewhere in Europe. And then she kind of pulled up. Then she, you know, she walked across the line. So persons were saying, and I believe I saw something or something was going around, um, allegedly from the physiotherapist that she's good. Stephen Francis came out and said she's good, she can compete. And if it is that that's the same injury, then it means that, you know, something is not right. So, you know, would love to have a little bit more in terms of transparency from athletes and coaches, because if you know that she's not doing well, why would you want to come out and mislead the Jamaican or mislead the world about her fitness? I mean, you don't need to play any mind games at this point. So I don't know. So getting, conflicting results from that camp. And Misha is saying, I believe they knew Shericka would not run. Did you see her interview? Which one? The one that she did to say that she's going to compete in the 200 meters just after pulling out? She laughed when they asked, yes, about the world record. I saw that. Misha, I am with you. You should have allowed someone else the opportunity. And yeah, so those things are not going down well with me. And I don't bash athletes. I don't. And injury is just a part of the game, but it seemed as if it was there, the writing was there on the wall. It was already there, and they were trying and trying. But it could be a case where she could perhaps medal in or at least run, but not able to manage a Gabby Thomas. Because I saw Gabby, and I am telling you, Gabby was in London, that final, well, just before the Olympic Games there, that stop in London, and Gabby Thomas looked fantastic. And as I shared then, and I'm going to say now, in that run, she was testing her finish, and she came in very strong to take that away from Alfred on the line. All right, so let's go over to this heat here, heat number 5, and Lane Tava Thomas is in this one from Jamaica. So let's go and see, what will happen here. So hopefully she makes it out, should, and let us see, what is going to happen. So welcome, guys. Please remember to hit the like button, share button, and subscription button. Just seeing Thomas there of Jamaica in lane number 2. All right, and one more American here, Brittany Brown, I believe. And she would have seen, her other teammates off to the semis. So she's here to handle business as well. So they're on their marks. Set. And they're off. All right, so Thomas is running very well off Jamaica. But the American there takes over. So Thomas is back in second there. And Brittany Brown, 22:38. All right, Lane Tava Thomas of Jamaica, 22:70. Moves forward. And Bianca Williams of Great Britain will take the other qualifying spot there, 22:77. We Poliniki, 23:06. Olivia, 23:07. Boglarka, 23:16. IMK, 23:20. And Veronica here, 23:21. All right, so kudos there to Lane Tava. And in the final heat, we should see Favor Ophelia. All right, Mabundo, Ida, Adeja, all right, Carolina, Gina Bass, Dina Asher Smith, and Uting. So looking forward to seeing Dina Asher out of this one. All right, Favor Ophelia, and maybe Adija. all right, of BVI. All right, so the Jamaicans, I don't know what's going to happen, man. You'll see DNS when it comes on to the relay, because if no Shelly, no Shericka. And you know what I find so conflicting? If you guys are familiar with Stephen Francis, when he was talking, he was like, talking about the relays and the J trays. So the next question is too, like, but if Shericka is just withdrawing, I don't believe that the J trays can do anything about that. But they were talking about the relays. So perhaps Shericka was not making herself available, like even for the heats or anything, and Jamaica does not have enough persons, because he was like emphasizing, perhaps the need for the J race to have enough athletes for the relays. And so that tells me that perhaps Shericka was not going to show up for the heats, or maybe not run the relays. So again, kind of saying, she wasn't doing well. But why wait until the last, second, before the race? Give somebody else the opportunity. That's just my thing. I respect what the ladies have done and are doing, and I understand that sometimes we're just not at our best, right? And sometimes we are not at our best, but we try to show up still, and perhaps that's what she was trying to do. But I mean, yesterday, how soon can you kind of say, okay, I'm going to pull out to be replaced? All right, looking at the Jamaican here in the long jump. This is Tajay Gale. All right, so more there in terms of utilizing the board. All right, so that's Tajay Gale there. Second attempt, 768. So the first attempt is the better of the two for Tajay Gale. All right, guys, welcome, guys. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Things are not looking so good for us, the Jamaicans, but the show must go on. All right, so welcome. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. All right, don't be afraid to hit the like button and the subscription button. All right, let us just continue to grow here. So we're waiting for this final heat, but let me just show you the results of the last heat, heat number 5 there in the meantime. All right, but again, just to let you know that Shericka Jackson pulled out of the 200, well, did not show up, yeah, pulled out. So if you're just tuning in, all right, just to let you know. And we're hearing that after winning Heat 3 to advance to the semifinal, Darrell Nita of the UK had one question for Nationwide's Wayne Walker. And the question was, is Vibes Cartel really free? All right, so we're seeing Dina Asher there on screen being introduced. And we're just waiting to see if we can get any further updates regarding Shericka Jackson, unless again it is secret 101. So we are not too sure. All right, seeing the Cote d'Ivoire athlete there. Still waiting for some more information regarding Shericka Jackson. All right, so and just trying to see what that might be. So what the Jamaica Observer is reporting, all right, is that it is understood that Jackson is still not fully recovered from the injury that forced her to withdraw from the 100 meters earlier at the games. Jackson had been scheduled to compete in Heat 3, but was a late scratch, all right? Concerns swirled around Jackson's fitness ahead of the Olympics after she pulled up with an apparent injury in the women's 200 meters at the Hungarian Athletics Grand Prix earlier this month. Let's go over to the 200 meters, the final heat here. And they're off. Clean, good start there. Dina Asher Smith there running. She's going, that looks like Favor Ophelia coming to take over here. And, or it's the Ivory Coast. But there we go. Dina Asher maintaining that. All right. Yes, it was Favor Ophelia there. So, well, Favor Ophelia got it over Asher Smith. 22-24. All right, and that's a season best there for Favor Ophelia. Dina Asher Smith there, 22-28. And Gina Bass of Gambia, all right, qualifying here, season best, 22-84. All right, so the other ladies, they get the opportunity to go to the next round to try and make it into the semis. All right. So Mabundu 22-87 season best. Adija Hodge 23 flat. All right. Ida 23-01. All right. Lee 23-31 and Carolina 23-37. All right. So I mean, when it comes down to the fact that she was nursing the same injury, then I am somewhat uncomfortable with that, because if you pulled out of the 100, I guess perhaps you could do the same for the 200 and just say, you know what, I'm ending the season or calling it, right? And so that for me is not sitting well, especially when your coach or whoever, Stephen Francis there of MVP, is going to come out and say you're fit to compete. He doesn't have any issues. If you can compete today, you're ready. And now we're getting, just something else. So that for me is it's really unfortunate, guys, and I don't like that feeling. And I don't know what really is the situation, because I suspect that the reports in the media is mere speculation, not until we get something concrete, to say, okay, she has seemingly not recovered from that injury in Hungary. But why would you want to come and say she's ready, she's good, you know, she's fit, what's happening? I don't like that. I really don't. I don't, guys. So again, welcome one, welcome all. I don't know. I am just like, what's going on with Team Jamaica here? Again, it's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. And Misha is saying they deceived us. I just have to laugh out loud, because, and that for me is like, you don't need to do that. It's like I say, all right, no one at least watch me out. No, just watch Radam on aggregate. Radam. All right. All right, Peter, welcome. And I guess this is the Nigerian flag here. So welcome, welcome, Peter. Happy to have you here. All right, guys, as you can see here, the men's long jump, that's what's happening. And then we should have the hurdles, all right, in about 10 minutes time on the track there, the 110-meter hurdles for men. And then the women's 400-meter hurdles. And and then we're going to break here to come back for the afternoon session, all right? So hopefully I can sleep this off in the next couple of hours. Just go and sleep this off in 2 hours or so, because trust me, this is just not sitting well with me, all right? Just not sitting well, just not feeling good. And it's just, again, just unfortunate. All right, so let's take a look at the long jump. Let's see how the Jamaicans are doing there. And let us just see what's the situation here. All right, so Jeremiah Davis there of the USA 783 seems to be the best jump so far, or no? But he's in #1 spot there. I'm also seeing a 787. Is this updated? I don't know, but I am seeing here Jeremiah 783, the best jump. All right, we see the Brazilian here in but how would he be #2? Probably that's the order. That's the order. My apologies there. 783. All right, so in terms of the rank, let's see here. #2 looks like for Lani there, 801. All right, #3. No, that's 15. All right, so let's see. German here in the #4 spot, 790. Carrie McLeod of Jamaica there in the #3 spot, 790. And in the #1 spot, Miltiadis, 832. All right. Let's see here. And maybe that is done. And they have Group B here. And I'm looking at Wayne Pinnock. Looks like the #5 spot here, 796. And Tajay Gale, #10 spot there. I'm seeing the rank. All right, so that's about what we're seeing there, guys. Welcome one, welcome all. And please remember to hit the like button, guys. Just support the best way you can. Easiest ways is to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to get super in the chat, you can definitely do that. All right, so we are getting closer. So 6 minutes away from the hurdles, the men's hurdles. All right, so let us see here. Pinnock is about to take a jump right now. And let us just see what he will do. And perhaps not the jump that he's expecting here. And there's more that you can use on the board there. All right, so let us just take a look at the men's hurdles. So in heat 1, all right, we have Martin, all right. Then we have John. Eduardo, Jacob, Manuel, Rafael, Rashid, and Enrique. All right. In heat 2, we have Enzo, Freddie, all right, David, Asir, Michael, Orlando Bennett, Amini, Francois. All right. So Orlando there of Jamaica. In the next heat here, we should see Milan. And I guess we should say we should see, hopefully, the Jamaicans, because I guess it's a trend now. They just pull out just before the race. Milan, Daniel, Raphael, Craig, Antoine, is this Zoe, Answer Parchment, and Christoph. All right. In heat 4, we should see Junzi, Ellie, Damian, Taddy, Jason, Nadel or Nadeli, Willem, and Shunsuke, all right, of Japan there. In heat number 5, we should see Taleb, Weibo, Elmo, Shunya, Grant Holloway, Yakub, Rashid, and Sasha Zoa. Like, this heat is loaded. What could cause this? Heat 5? All right, it is what it is. I tell you, I just not getting, that feeling there, but we'll see. So the first three in each heat, all right, and the next three fastest queue advance to semifinals, all right? And then they're also going to have a second round. So if you did not get through, then you get the opportunity to advance to the semifinal. And Jamaicans, you just need to do it right now and get into the semis to just save your legs, all right? You don't want to be running unnecessary rounds. So they just need to do what they need to do to get in. All right, so again, welcome guys. If you're just tuning in, this is the situation that we're working with now. And I'm still trying to get some more information as to what is happening in Jamaica. All right, so we're still on to that. And as soon as we get more information, we'll definitely share with you guys. As in the context of Shericka Jackson. So I don't know what else it is that we're going to see at this point, but for sure it has not been a good championship so far. But we'll definitely see, what is going to happen. But it's just unfortunate. And again, we'll see. We'll definitely see, what is going to happen in this one for sure. Welcome one, welcome all. All right, so the hurdles, they're ready for us. And heat number 1. All right. So we're just going to wait to see who will get out of heat number 1 there. All right, the Frenchman there getting lots of cheers from the crowd. All right, guys, so we're just here and waiting for heat number 1 to get on its way. All right, so again, the top 3 will, from each heat, will automatically advance to the final and the next 3 in terms of qualifying time. So that should be good enough, all right? My apologies, guys. I'm trying to fight off whatever is coming on here. So they're on their marks. Set. And they're off. Clean start. All right, Lopez, who gets this one? All right, the Japanese here. All right, Rashid. 1322, Enriquez Lopez of España, Spain. 1328. And then Eduardo Rodriguez of Brazil, 1337. So your top 3 there. And you'll see the other results here on screen. All right, so in the next heat, we should see Orlando Bennett of Jamaica, Freddie Crittenden, so another tough one here, but hopefully Bennett gets out. So we'll see what happens for that one. All right, just looking at Lawson there. Third and final attempt for the American in the long jump. 2 no jumps so far. And perhaps 3 disqualifications or 3 crosses. All right, so his leg is over the mark. So Lawson is out here. 3 no jumps. Tajay Gale is having a final attempt here too. And let us see what happens here for Tajay Gale. He's running and again, not pushing his body as much as we would want him to do. So good speed, but getting off the board, that's the issue there. Board into the pit. All right, Jappy, welcome. Good morning to you. Guys, come on, can we get the likes up to 15? And can you hit the subscription button while you're at it as well? And the share button. All right, so we're waiting too for this next heat. And also waiting to see if I can get some more updates regarding Shericka Jackson. And perhaps we won't get anything specific because it's secrecy 101. All right, so again, welcome, guys. And still not getting anything solid about the Jamaican, all right? So just to let you know that. So nothing new based on the updates that I am seeing here in the context of Shericka Jackson. All right, so we're still here at trackside, and now they're going on the track for the next heat of the 110 hurdles. And in this one, we have Orlando of Jamaica. And of course, Crittenden. All right, so he's going to run hard, and this is the result here of the first heat if you're just tuning in. I honestly, guys, my vibes rock. But me have to go get ready for later because the men, all right, 100 meters, they have to deliver. If they don't deliver, the Olympics not over for the Jamaicans, all right? So you can kind of understand, you know, what's happening there, all right? And Errol is sharing that Tajay Gale is out. So perhaps, yeah, because he was there in number 10 spot, and I doubt the jump there helped him any at all. All right, so we're still here, guys. Not the kind of morning that, you know, we want to wake up to. All right, so second heat, the athletes, they're being called to their mark. So we'll look out for Orlando Bennett there in lane number 7 for Jamaica. I suspect that Freddie is going to run hard in this one too. All right, so they're on their marks. Set, and they're off. All right, so Freddie got out slow, and he's not going to make it. So Orlando Bennett of Jamaica is running and perhaps going to get in on the second spot. And let me tell you, hurdles, I don't know what's happening, but Freddie pretended it just didn't happen for him. I'm not sure if he was feeling that something was happening, but what he did, which is good, is that he just continued to take his time to go through Freddie to try understanding that you'll have a second opportunity to come back, right? So he just took his time to just step over the hurdles and to the finish line just to give himself another shot at this, because if it is that he did not, finish, then he would not have had that opportunity. All right. So just to let you know that there's a method to him just taking his time to cross the finish line. All right, so in this one, Francois of Senegal, all right, I believe they're taking this one 13:31, and that's a season best. Next, Orlando Bennett of Jamaica, 13:35. And then we have Michael of Belgium, 13:41. All right, so the remaining athletes, men, they'll get the opportunity to come back, all right, for a second round there to make it to the semis. All right, so that is why you'll see Freddie there just taking his time to just get across the line to give himself that other opportunity without expending too much energy, because he suspected, given what has happened, that there's no way I am going to get into that top three. So let me not just, run, try to get in. Let me just stop. And, that was a very smart decision. So hopefully he's not hurt, and we'll give him the opportunity to go back and try to make it into the semis. So not expending any energy here. I'll just step over these hurdles until I cross the line, whatever time that is recorded, because I am going to finish this race and I am going to give myself another shot at making it into the semis. So a very good decision there taken by Freddie. So kudos to him. All right, for that one. So in the next heat, all right, we should see Milan Daniel Roberts of the USA. All right, so a big one here too. Rafael Pereira of Brazil. All right, Craig of Canada. Antoine of Bahamas. All right, Zuyi of China. And Parchment of Jamaica and Christoph. All right, so Parchi, let's try keep up with the American. All right, and just get in so you don't have to go back. So rest your legs, and if it is that you realize that things are not working out, pull off a Freddy. All right, just hold it and just say, you know what, I'll run whenever. So you rest your legs. All right, let me just check in quickly with you guys there in the chat. Not seeing any new comments in the chat just yet. And the amateur there for women, that is happening as well. All right, so we're just waiting here on the next heat here. All right, so let me just show you the results of the last heat. So guys, we're just waiting here. All right, just waiting for the next heat of the 110 hurdles for men. And let me just do a quick roll call. Roll call, roll call, roll call. Who is here? Drop your country flag and the Name of the country beside your flag. We're still here. Roll call. All right. So Daniel Roberts here being introduced. And Misha is saying, let's hope there won't be any new development in the men's 100 meters since we keep getting breaking news. Can I tell you, Misha? And men's 100, I guess, funny yet? Not yet, Alfonso. That comes up in the afternoon session. So if you're subscribed here, all right, we'll be back when that is ready. So we're still in the morning session. So let's go over to the hurdles. All right, Antoine there of Bahamas being introduced. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all, and some parchment there, Pachi. And I am just hoping that he'll get enough because we know that Pachi is slow off the blocks. And I am just hoping that he'll get enough to just do this now, get into the semis, and just take it from there. All right, so the athletes here, and they're now, I guess we're getting ready now to get on their marks. Daniel Roberts there in lane 3, Parchi in lane 8. We'll see what happens. And the athletes now settling in their blocks. Cameron Parchment. Set. And they're off. Parchment there. Not a good start. Let's see if he can come back here. He's going. Parchi is somewhere there, but it's going to be very, very close. So I am seeing the Chinese athlete there celebrating. So we want to see who. And they're giving it to Zoe of China. And the Bahamian, all right, Antoine there gets second. And they're giving it to Daniel Roberts in the third spot there. So let's see if the times change. So 13:43. And then Milan. So let's just wait for these times. And you see Parchment there registering 13:43. So it's going to be Parchi coming back, trying to make it. So photo finish here, and I guess they are looking at the seconds too. So that's unfortunate there, but Parchi will have to come back for an extra round to try and make it into the semis, all right? So it was very closely contested here. You can look at the times, very tight. So Zoe, 13:40, and Antoine, Andrews, 13:43. And you're seeing the breakdown there now. Daniel Roberts, 13:43 as well. And Milan, 13:43. Answer Parchment, 13:43. All right. And then we have Rafael Pereira, all right, with a season best here, 13:47. Craig, 13:60, and 13:67 for Christoph. Let us see if Parchi might get in. I suspect that he'll have to come back given where he's at. So the next 3 fastest times. All right, 13:48. And what is their time? That's the first heat there, 13:47. And yeah, so far the three fastest, so Partry might be in business. So these 13:43 right now are the two, so they'll get the two cues so far. So he'll have to keep his fingers crossed and see if he can get in on one of those small cues to just avoid that extra round, all right? Heat 4 comes up, so we'll have to wait for the remaining heats to see. All right, Junzi, Ellie, Damian, Taddy, Jason, Nedeli, William, and Shunsuke of Japan there. And the Japanese, he's going to run very hard, Shunsuke. So we'll definitely see what happens in this one. So that's heat 4, and we have 5 to go. So 4, heat 4, we're waiting for heat 4 here. But let me just put back the results here for heat number 3. All right, so that you can see what is happening there. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. And let me just check in with you guys in the chat. Vijay, welcome, welcome. Am I not doing that, Vijay? Or you mean right at the point, this? I'm not too sure, Vijay, but hopefully you're getting what you want to see there. All right, so we'll definitely see, what is happening here. So the men long jump. All right, we see Wayne Pinnock there going, all right, as well as Kerry McLeod of Jamaica there. Unfortunately, Tajay Gale, as we shared earlier, did not make it. All right, so we are waiting now for this heat, and perhaps this is what Vijay is talking about. Yeah, so can you imagine that, having 4 athletes with the same time? All right, guys, welcome one, welcome all. All right, so the athletes here being introduced. So just looking at Lorenzo there, the Italian, Nedeli. All right, William, getting lots of cheers from the French crowd, as expected. All right, Shunsuke. All right, so getting ready here. Guess the starter will ask them to get on their marks right now. All right, let's see what happens in this one. right? Athletes now getting into their blocks. All right, so they're on their marks. Set. And they're off. All right, so Simonelli there, as you can see there, going over the first hurdle. Simonelli is still going. Shunsuke comes in. And let us see what the final results are. Well, we're seeing Jason Joseph getting that off Switzerland, 13:26. All right, and then Simonelli of Italy, 13:27. And Shunsuke, 13:27 as well. And then some troubles here for Parchi. The next time here, 13:35, 13:48. Let me just check back their times. All right, so it's the 13:43s. So at least Parchment, based on where he's at, given the times here, he'll perhaps be saying, I'll have to come back. Because there, perhaps if they can take one from here, it's going to be Milan, right? And so with 13:35, that is better than 13:43. So that's definitely Tade there, the athlete from Great Britain. All right now on one of the small queues. And then we would have here Milan on the next queue. So it's 3 queues. So Parchi is pretty much on the last queue. So then he has to keep his fingers crossed that, you know, this heat 5 is the athletes at least falling in the number 4 spot. Their time is beyond 13:43. All right, so we'll definitely see what happens. So in this final heat, Taleb, Weibo, Elmo, Shunia, Grant, Holloway, Yakub, Rashid, Broadbell, and Sasha Zoa. All right, so this one is going to be a fantastic one. I'm thinking Grant, Rashid, and Zoa should be the top 3, but it's hurdles. We'll see what happens, okay? We'll definitely see what happens. All right, welcome guys, welcome. If you're just tuning in, please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button. This morning, not going good at all, similar to how it's not happening for the Jamaicans. It's not happening over here this morning. I guess people are just not feeling so good this morning about all that is happening. And that's okay. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. So we're awaiting the final heat for the 110 hurdles for men, all right? All right, so just awaiting that for sure. All right, so just waiting. So the amateur is continuing. All right, so back to the hurdles. One final heat remaining here. And they're there for the start. All right, looking at Caleb Willis of Australia there. Lane 2. Quinn Weebo of China there in lane 3. Elmo of Finland. Takayama of Japan in lane 5. Grant Holloway of the US in lane 6. And I can remember at the World Championships when Rashid Broadbell crashed out, and he was just there, like he felt everything. And after that race, Grant came back and said, Broadbell, and, just gave him a hug because, he knew, that he needed that, and so right now Broadbell is here on screen in lane 8. And look at Zoa, Sasha Zoa, just getting the crowd there, cheering, cheering, cheering. And that is fantastic, to see Broadbell there and Grant just, going and just knowing that, as a competitor, I can show, empathy and, really appreciated that coming from Grant Holloway for sure. All right, so right now it's back to competition and they are getting ready to settle in their blocks. So we'll see what happens here in this one. So the athletes now being called to their marks. And let me get this so you guys can see the hurdles. It should pop up here. Right, there we go. Set, and they're off. All right, Grant Holloway is going. Rashid Broadbell is all the way back. So but he's coming, he's finishing hard. And let us see if he got in. All right, so yes, he did. So Holloway 13:01, Broadbell 13:42, Sasha Zoa 13:43. The top 3 that I was looking for, Takayama, all right, 13:46. So Parchi should be good. All right, so Parchi should be good. All right, let me just go back up there. All right, this one is 13:48. So at least 2 cues. All right, Milan there, 13:43. So Parchi should be good, getting one of those cues. All right, so that is good news there for Parchi. And a big win there for Holloway. And Rashid is perhaps running and saying, no, sir. Me have to make it. Me can't allow Stacy to see me around and me to make it. All right. So for sure, definitely a good run there from, Broadbell just finishing strong to get into the qualified, to get one of those automatic qualifying spots. All right. So again, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in. All right, so all the guys there with that time, that 13:43, they should get through, all right? They should get through. So let's see if we can see the summary here. If that is ready for us. Here we go. So Grant Holloway there, fastest time. Rashid, all right, Jason, Lorenzo, Shunsuke, Enrique, Louis, all right, of Senegal there. And look here now, Tade of Great Britain, Orlando Bennett of Jamaica, Eduardo. So Tade got one of those small cues. All right, Eduardo of Brazil there. Zoe of China. Michael of Belgium. Rashid Broadbell of Jamaica. All right, Antoine Andrews, all right, Bahamas. And then we have Daniel Roberts there of the US. Milan getting one of those small cues on the 13:43. Sasha Zoa there, big Q. And some Parchment getting one of those small cues on the 13:43. All right, so that is fantastic there. All the Jamaicans are through to the semis and they do not need to do any extra work. All right. And so what will happen is that the remaining athletes here without a queue, they will get the opportunity at a second shot of going to the semis. All right. So they will come back for round 2. So that's the situation there. All right. So let us see what we should expect next on the track. This morning just not start well, all right? But in everything we give thanks, all right? That's the mindset. All right, so we should have next on the track the women's 400-meter hurdles, all right? So that comes up in about 6 minutes. All right, so I'm just going to take a quick break here and just come back for this one, all right? So I'm just going to go to some music and I'll be right back for this one, all right? Stick and stay with us, guys. Now is the perfect opportunity to just stretch your legs. I'm going to get something to drink, guys. So I'll be right back. Stick and stay. All right, guys, welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're here and we're just waiting for the hurdles. All right, so that should get on its way just about now. All right, so let's just see here the heat and let us see what's going to happen. And big showdown thinkable and Sydney. That's going to happen for sure. But we'll see. In heat one, we should see Kemi, Binta, Cheyenne, Amali, Rebecca, Rochelle Clayton of Jamaica, Catalin, and Naomi. All right, so we are rooting for Clayton to get in on this one. All right, in heat two, Pauline, Savannah, Carolina, Jasmine, Shauna, Ayomidi, all right, Gianna, and Rogale. All right, so heat number one, the athletes are being introduced. So we'll keep it here for the introduction. All right, Rochelle Clayton of Jamaica comes up on screen. All right, so Rochelle Clayton and perhaps Rochelle Clayton here, the best possible medal, if all things should go as expected, is perhaps going to be a bronze for Team Jamaica. But, anything is possible. All right, Cheyenne De Silva of Brazil on screen. And let me see here. So it's the first three in each heat, and then the next fastest queue advance to the semifinal. And they'll have the second round too of athletes who did not make it this time to get that opportunity to come back. But as for the Jamaicans, all right, less is more, all right? So we want to take it at this first opportunity. But if push should come to shove, just make sure, say, you ride out your stop, all right? So they're on their marks, and we're just waiting. So they're going to start just about now. Set, and they're off. All right, let's see here, Clayton. And Clayton, they're doing well. Let us see. That's just the reaction time, so we'll keep it here. But Rochelle Clayton is going well for Jamaica. All right. Amali there, running well. Let's see, Clayton there just been caught, but she's still pushing. All right, it's going to be Clayton here of Jamaica. And that looks like 54-32 for Rochelle Clayton. All right, Binta here, 54-75, and Amali, 54-82. All right, so in the next heat, all right, as I shared, we should see Pauline, Savannah, Carolina, Jasmine, Shauna, Ayomide, Gianna Woodruff, all right, and Regale. I guess Gianna is going to come up in this one. And we have, let me see how many heats. So this is heat number 3. And Fenkable is in that one with Cheyenne Salmon of Jamaica. Heat number 4. Genevieve Russell is in that one. And in heat number 5, Sydney. All right, so 5 heats. And we have 4 more to go. All right, so heat number 2 comes up in a little bit, guys, but right now the amateur is also happening. So we're going to be here for that. But welcome one, welcome all. Please remember to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button as we continue to grow stronger together. Let me just check sources here to see if we are getting any new updates about Shericka. And just checking. All right, I guess they're ready for heat number 2. So I guess the athletes are on the track. So just waiting for that. All right, just seen Fenke there in the call room. She comes up in heat number 3. All right, so heat number 2, athletes being introduced right now. Regale Joseph there of South Africa. Jenna Woodruff of Panama in 8. Then next here in lane 7, Foloronso of Italy. Then in lane 6, Shanna Grebo, and obviously she's going to get a big cheer here from the crowd. And yes, as expected. And next here in lane 5, Jasmine Jones of the USA. Sutherland there. Carolina, the German in 4. And Pauline of Belgium in lane 2. All right, so the athletes are here and pretty much getting ready here. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. settling in their blocks. It's heat number 2 of the 400-meter hurdles. Set, and they're off. Let's see here. Jasmine Jones, quickly out, all right. Regale, there, running as well. Let's see what happens in this one. The German is coming too. And the German there, hurdle number 7, perhaps. All right, Jasmine Jones. All right, Regale Joseph there seem to be coming in the 2nd position there. And perhaps the Canadian might stick it out for the 3rd spot. So Jasmine Jones, 53.60. Regale of South Africa, 54.56. And that's a PB. And Savannah Sutherland of Canada, 54.80. All right, so fantastic, fantastic. We'll just wait for heat number 3. I believe we should see Fenke, so in a minute I'll just switch that. All right, let me just take a look in the chat here. How are you guys doing? Pretty quiet in the chat here this morning. Remember to hit the like button, close the chat, the X, hit the like button, and hit that subscription button as well. And the hammer throw, that is continuing. And we have just about, this is the 2nd heat. We have heat number 3 coming up. And just about 3 heats to go to close off this session. So in this 3rd heat, we should see JD or JD. All right, Zene, Fenkebol, Jessie, Anna, Linda, Cheyenne, Salmon of Jamaica, and Alana. All right. So we're here hoping that Salmon can get out. We know that Fenkebol, she's going to get out unless she topples over or something to that effect. And even if she falls, she's going to walk it to the finish line to ensure that she can come back for the 2nd round to qualify. But that's the expectation. But again, it's the hurdles. Anything can happen, right? So we want to see the Jamaicans going through to the semis. All right, so again, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, we're pretty much getting closer to the end of the morning session here. All right, so again, waiting here for the hurdles. So the athlete should now be on the track here. So just waiting for that to get on its way. So the third heat, all right, and Fenke comes up in this one. Welcome one, welcome all. All right, so just seeing Cheyenne Salmon there being introduced, lane 8. Next here in 7, Linda. And then moving very quickly, Anna of Ukraine. In lane 5, Jessie Knight. And look at our girl Fenke of Netherlands. Such a good competitor, Fenke Ball. And I am telling you, when I think about Fenke Ball, and I think about Jamaica and their relay team, and I'm like, look at Fenke Ball. And if you guys missed what she did last evening, I'm telling you, it's nothing short of amazing. In lane 2, Zeni of South Africa. And sorry, in lane 3, that was Zeni. And in lane 2, Mo of China. All right, so a big run here, and again thankable, and obviously we are rooting for Cheyenne, so they're going to get on their way. All right, in a little bit here. So again, welcome one, welcome all. So they're on their marks. Set and they're off. All right, so Fenkable here should be tired, but she'll do enough to get through. All right, and a lot of persons weren't expecting Fenke in that 4x4 mixed last evening, but no surprise to me. All right, they just needed to get the baton to Fenke. All right, so Fenke ball there. Salmon is very close there, trying to keep up, and that's what I'm wanting from Salmon. Do not try to outrun Fenke. Just run your race and try to get into the semi. Fenke ball there is going, leading, but just taking our time to cruise. Salmon, you do not need to run her down. That's good. That's good. That's good. All right, so here it's Fenkable 53.38. All right, Cheyenne 53.95. And Zeni 54.73. So the other ladies, they have another opportunity to try and get into the semis, all right, via the second round, all right? So, and I believe the fastest, they're doing 3 Qs, and then, you know, depending if you receive a small Q or not, you will know if you are able to go to the second round. But you have to finish the race. You have to show up to have that opportunity afforded to you. All right, so have fun. And again, we're going to perhaps hear about the drama. Perhaps such lady won't know the drama, all right, of what is happening with the Jamaicans for such man to come out and just let go his mouth, all right? So maybe if such lady heard about it and was telling such man, perhaps we would know about it. All right, but perhaps that's not the case right now. All right, guys, welcome one, welcome all. Can you just close the X and hit the like button? And if you're new to this space, can you also hit the subscription button? Would really, really appreciate your support. All right, so the next heat 4 or 5 comes up in a little bit. Vivi, all right, Grace, Genevieve, Nicoletta, Lauren, Lena, Anna, and Han. All right, there comes up. So just waiting. And earlier, guys, just earlier, and Shericka Jackson pulled out. And I guess by now everyone is aware of that. You know, Shericka Jackson not being in the 200 meters just before the race. All right, so again, welcome one, welcome all. All right, so heat 4, athletes are setting their blocks, so getting ready. All right, so just waiting for this race and then the next race to close off, the next heat to close off the morning session, all right, in Paris. Bonjour, comment ça va? Hello, how are you? All right. Welcome, guys. Just seeing Genevieve Russell there, Russell, on screen. All right, so Anna there of the US in lane 8, Anne of Belgium in 9, Lena Nelson there of Great Britain, Lauren of the Philippines, Nicoletta, next in 5, and Genevieve Russell of Jamaica in 4. All right, Grace there of Puerto Rico in 2, in 3, and Vivi of Finland in 2. All right, so we're going to see that in a little bit there. So they're getting on their marks. And again, as I always say, anything can happen with the hurdles. Well, welcome, welcome. Welcome, DJ. Much love from Botswana. Right back at you, set and they're off. And let's see if we can get this on screen here. And Anna Cockrell there. And Genevieve Russell. All right, those two there in the top. All right, Nicolette there. Cockrell is still in control of the race here. Anna Cockrell of the US. Genevieve Russell is there in the number 2 spot there. Can she keep up? And Anna Cockrell is still in control. Genevieve Russell now being caught. And this is serious. Hopefully she gets in there on that 3rd spot, maybe 2nd. That was a little bit close. And let us see here. So Anna Cockrell, 53.91. All right, Lena Nelson, 54.65. And Genevieve Russell making it through to the semis of from Jamaica, 54.67. All right, and the other ladies, they'll wait to see if they get one of those small cues or if they'll have to come back for the second opportunity of getting into the semi-finals for the 400-meter hurdles. All right, and so we have one final heat to go and one final race before the end of the morning session, guys. All right, and in heat number 5, we will see Elise Sydney McLaughlin Leverone, all right, of the US world record holder, Olympic record holder. Nora, Louise, Yasmin, Sarah, Lena, and Victoria. All right, so we'll definitely see these ladies in a little bit. Guys, welcome, welcome. If you're just tuning in, can you just close the X and just hit the like button? And also hit that subscription button. Would definitely appreciate, all your support and absolutely all your love. Easiest ways to support us is by hitting the like button, the share button, and the subscription button for sure. So we're just waiting for the final heat. All right, so welcome one, welcome all. All right, so again, we're just waiting here for the final heat. Welcome one, welcome all. Guys, I'm just checking some updates and just waiting for that final heat. All right, so we're getting ready here. The athletes being introduced. All right, so in lane 9, Victoria there of Ukraine. All right, Sarah there in 7 of Australia. All right, Line was in lane 8 of Norway. Yasmin in 6 of Switzerland. All right, Louise of France getting lots of cheers. In lane 4, Nora. Lane number 3, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. And she's pacing from side to side, but looking very serious. Sydney is not joking. Looks very serious, tense, and perhaps just need to relax. And maybe that's her way of relaxing, but fierce competitor. All right, let's just set up here to get the athletes. So now to their marks. All right, so Sydney there, I believe, broke the world record 5 times, about that amount of time. Set, and they're off. All right, let's see if we can have here. So Sydney. All right, so Sydney is running out already. So Sydney is going here. All right, as expected, Sydney is still in control of this one. All right, Louise of France, perhaps somewhere there. But Sydney is out and away. Catch her if you can. And I am telling you, this is big. It's as if Sydney wants to set a record here or something. Perhaps not, but it's a big, big lead here as expected. All right, so that's Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone for you. Now you see a little smile, then back to that serious face. All right, 53.60. All right, Nara of Morocco coming in for second, 55.26. And then Louise of France, 55.32. All right, so that's that. All right, so the remaining ladies here, let's see if the summary is available for us, guys. And let's see here. Here we go. All right, so think about they're going through Jasmine, Anna, Cheyenne, Rochelle Clayton. All right, Regale, Lena, Janine Russell. All right, Zenny, Binta, Savannah, and I guess the other times are coming in, Amali, and we'll see some other times. But you get it. That's the situation there in that context, guys. And really, this is the end of the morning session. So I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for making it Voices in Education. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscription button before you go. And hello, Kenny. Welcome, welcome. Catch her if you can. Yes, Kenny. That's the situation. You have to catch Sydney, and it's going to be Sydney versus Fenke. And I kind of talked about this already, but we'll talk about it again. All right, it's just catch her if you can. So we're going to come back later for the more exciting part, and hopefully Jamaica can have a more favorable run. All right, later will be greater, and I am trusting that that's the situation. So stick and stay with us. Ensure that you hit the like button, the share button, and the subscription button, and tell a friend to tell another friend about the Voices in Education. All right, so David, welcome, welcome, and good morning to you too, and happy Sunday as well, and blessings and love. All right, really, really appreciate that. All right, David, and guys, we'll be back. All right, so let me just tell you, we'll be back. Just give me a second. Let me just tell you the time. It's going to be about 12 o'clock Jamaica time though. All right. For the evening session, afternoon session there in Paris. Yes, so we'll be back at about 11:30 or 11:45 Jamaica time. All right, so we'll be here. Again, thank you so much for being here. And, blessings and love, everyone. And I will see you in the next live. I'll see you later in a few hours, all right? And hopefully that will be greater for Jamaica and for everyone else involved. All right, bye for now. Blessings and love, and I'll see you soon.